we're seeing much higher purchase prices in the tertiary markets, where coming out of unicorn season, when we had all these US dollars being pumped up before the Fed tightened up interest rates, the Wall Street funds were paying above retail for houses. Welcome to the Hedge Fund Buyer Network, where our firm works with the largest nationwide hedge fund buyers in the market. Now that Wall Street has identified single-family real estate as an asset class, we've seen these Wall Street giants and big institutional buyers flooding the market, paying top dollar for real estate deals. Now, in order to maximize your efficiency in your marketing process, the goal is to become very familiar with the hedge fund buy box. Now, if we pop on over to my screen real quick, you are currently parked at the hedgefundpartnership.com page. This is where our standard buy box criteria can be found. And in order to best navigate the process, I'd encourage you to become familiar with the buy box markets. So we've compressed the buy box markets into two primary areas. We have the Wall Street funds, which typically tend to operate in the metro areas and the faster appreciation markets. And we also have the tertiary funds, which are the middle size markets, medium size markets, also known as linear, which is a higher yield, safer investment market when it comes to buy and hold properties. Now, for a quick education, the higher yield markets do much better in a down economy. So with the recent market shift that we're experiencing, we're seeing much higher purchase prices in the tertiary markets, where coming out of unicorn season, when we had all these US dollars being pumped up before the Fed tightened up interest rates, the Wall Street funds were paying above retail for houses, right? However, market turned, we're now pivoting towards tertiary markets, which is where a majority of our time and resources are being spent. Why? Because we're seeing higher cash on cash bids, because the higher yield markets are a safer investment market for these hedge funds. So I'd encourage you to become very comfortable with the buy box. As you can see, the Wall Street funds, they gotta be 3-bed, 2-bath and up, built 1965 and newer, 1,100 square feet and greater. Where the tertiary funds, which again tend to be in medium-sized markets, not quite as big metro areas, we got a minimum of 2-bed, 1-bath and up, built 1950 and newer, with a minimum square footage of 800. So that's our target buy box. And the best thing that you can do is, again, just become familiar with these markets, with the buy box areas, and make sure that you tune into our weekly strategy calls, where we help investors dial in their marketing processes so they can go after the assets that these hedge funds are hitting on. So going to the top of the page, you can see join hedge fund code. This will actually take you to a prompting where you can sign up and create a free account inside of the investor syndicate. Now, what this will do is it'll give you access to the training modules and material found inside of the training vault. This will also get you emails and text messages whenever we're doing our weekly hedge fund training every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So I'd encourage you guys just to get under the hood. Again, become familiar with the buy box locations. And whenever you have an opportunity or deal, you can either submit at the bottom of this page where it says submit to hedge fund partners. This submits it directly into our backend system so that it can get pushed out to the appropriate hedge funds in each market. Addition to that, whenever you do create the free account inside of the hedge fund buyer code, you will have access to the submission link found inside of that training vault as well. So get out there, guys. We are excited to get you guys in the fold so we can give you guys some training, some education, and introduce you to the world of the hedge fund buyers. I'll see you on the other side.